Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NAUH. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then just makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. And as far as this is concerned, this being the chart here, makes summarizing the price action quite straightforward. So if you just say, Clay, look, summarize this chart for me quickly. This thing is basically a pump and dump on, maybe pump and dump's a little too far, but pump and dump on thin ice. Maybe that's a better way to look at it. Now, what do I mean by pump and dump? I'm not saying that directed towards the company. I don't know anything about the company. I'm making that statement based on how the price is acted, hence price action. So from a price action perspective, yeah, the thing is essentially a pump and dump. And my definition of a pump and dump is that, a price makes a really nice move, and then within a relatively short amount of time, the price goes back to where it started, and sometimes even lower. So really kind of just establishing some context here. Going into today, the very stubborn level that the price had been struggling with was down here at the 48-cent mark. I mean, if you look through the history of things here, then yeah, you can see it struggled to get above it there, struggled to get above it there, struggled to get above it right there. So that was a resistance point. So what we had this morning in the world of technical jargon would be a breakout. The price got above that resistance, and we'll pick up the definition from there of pump and dump. So the first part, price makes a really nice move. Well, I'm assuming we can all agree that when the price started there and then went all the way up there, that was a very, very nice move. Second part of the definition, within a relatively short amount of time. Well, considering this all happened in the exact same day, once again, I'm hoping we can agree this did indeed happen in a relatively short amount of time. And then the final part is the price goes back to where it started, or in some cases, even lower. Now, this is where that thin ice point comes into play, so we'll change this to the color of some sort of ice. Because to be fair, there are a couple different ways you could look at this. And from the big picture perspective, technically speaking, this could occur where the price comes down here, bounces around the thin ice point, works its way back upwards. And in this situation, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have these lows down there. If you picture these as stair steps, well then yeah, overall, big picture wise, the stair steps would still technically be going in the upwards direction. Whereas if the price were to come down here, fall below the thin ice point, and then just continue on down, at that point, you would literally have the price right back to where it started. And going back to where it was, not exactly a sign of true strength. So sure, I suppose there's still an opportunity here for the price, but yeah, the bulls better step up their game because the price is almost back to where it started, and that's not what you want to see. So we'll see if the price can stay up above 48 cents or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.